already talked about Goldberg and Braun Strowman, and this was copy paste basically.
Oh my gosh, I disagree 100%. I disagree 100%. I absolutely loved this match.
Okay, I guess I wasn't really paying attention because we all knew how it was going to end, and this one did.
To me, this one I definitely did not see this one ending this way. I wanted it to, but I most definitely did not see Brock losing at WrestleMania to Drew McIntyre, who I thought they'd completely given up on. I hadn't, but I thought they had. I felt like they told the story of, even for somebody who doesn't watch a lot of wrestling, it's perfect for Lesnar because I know his story because he's not on much. To me, the story was Lesnar gets frustrated, loses his focus, leaves an opening, and they can take advantage of it. That's how Seth beat him. That's how Roman Reigns beat him. And that's how Drew ended up beating him here. As this quote, to me, the quote handicap of not having any fans around has shown us, I think it's that the veterans know how to use storytelling to sell a match. And to me, even with only a few minutes of actual in-ring time, less minutes than actually was given, even the 4:35, which was not a lot of in-ring time, I thought these two told a story that they intended to, ending with the only result I personally wanted and didn't think I was going to get. And even though I'm not going to go back to watching Raw anytime soon or nothing, I feel like Drew Galloway now is the representative of Raw as the undisputed face of the brand, and I can cross my fingers, and want to watch WWE again by thinking possibly usher in a new, sorely needed era in the process of all this. Like,
I think so.
I guess I marked out for this. I looked at it a little different. I thought this was fun.
The one thing that got me was when Drew McIntyre turned things around on Brock. Paul Heyman's standing there at ringside, and he's not, like, reacting in shock at all. I thought Heyman was going to turn on Lesnar there.
Oh, that would have been cool.
That would have been...
Go join Drew?
Yeah. Because
Drew could use a mouthpiece.
Yeah, and he's been talking up Drew coming into this. How Drew is one of his favorites and shit. Like, not even on the show, but, like, in
actually,
and stuff.
You mentioned that, so I'm just going to mention the one thing and not get into the whole... There's a whole article about this that actually goes into great detail and has actual facts.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to mention the one thing. Actually, Paul Heyman has talked up every competitor that would face Brock Lesnar for the title as if they're a huge, big deal, except for the one African-American that went after him where he talked about how worthless he was.
That is a thing, huh?
Not going to go any farther than that. I'm just going to leave it at that. That legitimately is, and I looked back on it, it's like, yep, every promo for everybody that Brock was facing, he talked about how great they were, but that Brock was still... I mean, he always said that Brock was going to overcome.
Yeah.
But Kofi Kingston, nope, worthless, stupid, could never win, don't care about him, nothing. It's like, wow, that's... I don't know if that was on purpose, but once you notice it, it's hard to not see.
Yep.
I like this, though. I don't think anybody was disappointed with the outcome.
No.
Right?
No,
or very few.
You know, two WWE main championship matches in WrestleMania, and they're both fought by men who don't have more than 2 moves in their arsenal. It's just...
And they're both
and you don't even get
mere
to see
minutes.
the full... Yeah, and you don't get to see the full breadth of their arsenal, even if it is just a few moves.
I would agree. We didn't want to see Braun...
We all used to shit on John Cena for 4 moves of doom, and, like, these guys have half of that. Why is this acceptable?
Yeah, nobody wanted to see Goldberg Braun for 10 minutes, but I'd watch Drew McIntyre Brock for 15.
Yeah.
Those two can both put on a 15-minute match.
See, and I expected this match to be so much more than what Strowman Goldberg was, and to me it kind of played out the same way.
And they can't say they were running out of time because the fucking... Right? Now, yeah, that's was
something
awesome.
Only the Fiend would do. You know?
I did not expect that, and I kind of marked when I seen that, But yeah, they can't say it was because of, they were running short on time because it's fucking edited.
Right. Take some minutes away from Edge and Randy Orton. Be easy to do.
Yeah. And then we have to mention what most people haven't talked about when going over WrestleMania, Paystee. For some reason, this is the first WrestleMania that had a dark match at the end. Not a pre-show match. a dark match. This happens.
Well, you can't have a dark
often.
match in front of zero audience. Who's it for?
Well, they just shut the lights off.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't fucking know.
From what I heard, this took place on Raw the next night, but
this might have been taped for Raw.
Yeah.
It happened that night.
Yeah.
Drew McIntyre took on Big Show and beat him at 6:55.
And guess what? Big Show came out, cut a babyface promo, and then turned heel on Drew McIntyre.
At this point, I think his gimmick is switching gimmicks, or switching heel face heel. I think that's just what his gimmick is now.
Oh, now his gimmick is being in a Boy Meets World-esque family sitcom on Netflix called The Big Show Show.
Have you watched any of that yet?
No, I haven't yet. I want to sit down with my kids and watch it because I think they'd like it more than I would. But
right.
I saw Mick Foley's in it, and there's a couple other wrestlers I can't name.
Oh, because Mick Foley's last TV show was a fucking hoot.
I didn't watch that one.
Oh, I did.
Holy Foley.
Yeah, that was bad. Yeah, I haven't. I know that he has the show, and I haven't watched it. Just again, because there's just not enough time to watch the stuff I'm already watching. It's hard to start new stuff. It's really difficult to start new stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think people realize how hard it is to. People don't realize. With that being said, Paystee Night 2, I gave a solid B-. It was obviously better than Night 1.
Yeah.
Which is thankfully. Which makes me think they could have just done Night 2 or did a hodgepodge of both of them and took the best of each.
They could have.
But
I think they really, when they decided that this was going to be, oh my God, my computer is listening to me talk this right now and it's placing it on my screen like I'm searching for something. I did not ask for you to search the internet for me by voice, computer.
We love it.
Get out of here, Cortana.
It's your tax dollars at work, Fry Man.
No, what was I saying?
We were just talking about the 2 nights. Just
I think
unnecessary.
Once they split it into 2 nights due to, because they've wanted to do this for a while. I think going forward,
this had nothing
WrestleMania is going to be a 2-night
COVID.
thing.
Yeah, this had nothing to do with the COVID. They had already committed to this before that.
Yeah. So it'll be a 2-night thing going forward, and I think it was definitely easier to watch 2 3-hour shows than 1 7-hour show.
I disagree. I think with the network, a lot of times, a lot of the pay-per-views I just watch in 3 fucking sittings. They're all however many nights
Friday,
you want
Saturday, and Sunday.
Or why don't you just give it to us all and we determine what we want? Why aren't we allowed to determine what we want to watch? Why don't we have that choice?
Right.
Is that difficult? I think after, obviously this is a fluke. Nobody could have predicted this, but I'm hoping after they see how shitty this went that they go back to just 1 night. They're not going to go back. They're not going to stop doing the 6-7 hour thing. I get it. But you're not going to get, I don't think you're going to get the same amount of people buying tickets for 2 nights as you would for 1 night. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but I don't.
It's very easy to say that half of these matches were not WrestleMania worthy. Probably more.
Oh, easily half. Let's see what do you call if we're doing a grading system, because I have mine graded A through F. If we're talking the B's and higher, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Lynch Baszler was
6,
good.
7, 8, 9.
The 3-way ladder match.
9 out of 14.
Yeah.
If we're calling any B and higher a WrestleMania match, B is pretty still low. If you're talking A's and higher, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'm surprised you got that many. That's amazing.
Thank you. I'm glad.
I'm used to being the guy pulling for WWE. This is just it's Bizarro world right now.
I know, right?
The night a B-. I'm going to give it a B+. We'll average it out at a B.
All right, so we averaged that out at a B. We averaged the other one out at a C. So that gives us C+ overall.
Yeah.
B. Let's give a B-. Let's give them a curve because everything was so shitty.
Fair enough.
Let's give them the upper curve as a B-.
Yeah.
So we'll give the full show a B-. Still a lower grade than you want for your daggum
Firefly Funhouse
WrestleMania.
gets an S rank, though.
S it, baby. S it. It does. 100%. It
It's
gets
so
an S
good
rank.
for anybody who's any kind of a wrestling fan. That's what makes me happy. Like that, they played with that one segment, 13 minutes played to everybody across the board. Why can't the whole product be like that?
I would love it. Well,
I mean, it would
then
have to
you'd
be
have-
matches
then you'd have-
and things that are tangible and not just.
well, no. Then you would literally have Lucha Underground, and that went out of business. So I guess it
well,
doesn't
it's the perfect
work.
time to fill those shoes. Then
I would agree. I'm okay with that. Do we have a I know what my pick is for both nights. Do we have a pick of the best quote unquote match of the night?
we're talking overall or one for each night.
No, like over for the whole
Okay.
weekend. We have one. I know what mine is. I'll let you go
Firefly
first.
Funhouse.
Firefly Fun. Yeah, easily.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Sounds good.
It's sad to say because it wasn't even a match. That's what pisses me off. Like, it's the best match on WrestleMania, and it wasn't a fucking match at all.
Yeah, but it was still the best thing they put out, right?
Yes, by far. So yeah, that was WrestleMania. And now we're going to be breaking into this week's Petite Gordita, the Savage Sentinel, which only consists of a couple of stories that I threw together right before we got together, because that's the outstanding journalism you can expect from Beefsticks Podcast. Woo!
Yeah, we like it.
Well, today, WWE confirmed a non-competitive on-screen talent had contracted and recovered from COVID-19. This was reported by both Fightful and Pro Wrestling Sheet, and later confirmed in a statement on WWE.com that stated, a WWE employee has tested positive for COVID-19. We believe this matter is low risk to WWE talent and staff. The individual and a roommate became symptomatic in the days following exposure to two people working in acute health care on the evening of March 26th, after WWE's TV production on a closed set was already complete. The employee had no contact with anyone from WWE since being exposed to those two individuals, is doing well, and made a complete recovery. Fightful is also reporting the following memo was distributed to WWE employees. We have just been notified that name redacted was diagnosed with COVID-19. WWE doctors spoke with redacted this morning and reported they had last had contact with anyone at WWE on March 26th at the Performance Center. As you know, redacted is not an in-ring performer, and we believe that this matter is low risk to you per the following chronology. Now, the name of the person was published in the memo with their permission, but has been redacted in the report by Fightful, however. I thought it would be funny if they redacted it when they sent it out to people. So you're probably safe, but we're not going to tell you who edited it.
I think it's going to be great when Redacted wins the championship from Vacant.
Yeah. Dude, there's a WrestleMania match.
Vacant versus Redacted. Book it!
Invisible men in an empty arena. That'd be great. To those of you who are potentially exposed, would be cleared for travel by the evening of Thursday, April 9th at the latest, since the last possible exposure to any WWE talent personnel should have been at least 14 days prior. So that was the end of the memo.
Yeah.
Even with this news, though, it would seem WWE is charging headlong back into live shows for Raw, SmackDown, and NXT from the WWE Performance Center starting on Monday.
Horrible. Dumb idea.
Yeah,
Bad idea.
stupid.
We don't need it. We don't want it.
Stupid.
Why do they think we care if it's live or not? Like that's a Vinceism right there.
Yeah.
Nobody at home cares at this. If there's not a live audience, nobody at home cares if it's live or pre-taped.
Yeah.
That's just Vince saying, "God damn it, we're live programming. We gotta be live." Well, why do we gotta be live, Vince? Because anything can happen. Motherfucker, anything can happen now. We could get fucking COVID doing taped shit, you dumb fucker. But that's such good shit.
WWE.com
All right, Vince,
needs to sell that Vince puppet.
I'm taking your lunch menu, Vince. What do you want? Chocolate titties. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I'm just saying, they should sell that Vince puppet. I would buy one in a heartbeat. I love the devil.
It's such good shit.
It is such good shit. What else is such good shit, Fat Mack?
Well,